Friends, enemies, lovers, rivals. Welcome to episode 41 of the Great Pendragon campaign. I'm Eric. I'm your MC, your host. I'm here to rock and roll. I'm gonna throw it over to our most handsome player, Colin.
You
How
love
you
to
doing
hear
today?
it. I had a shitty day, so this is good. It's healing.
Good.
Healing Arthuriana.
Excellent. Bathe in the waters of Arthuriana. Drink deeply of the aquaforte. That is Arthuriana.
Yes.
Jim.
I'm all right. Having a good time. I feel like it's been one long day since sometime last week. So
This
Very much
day
so.
has been a hell of a week.
yes, that's a good way to put it. This day has been a hell of a week.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. So looking forward to some escapism.
Well,
Even if it is dangerous.
awesome.
Especially if it's dangerous.
Right.
Okay. I do not have an opening poem for us today, but we're going to open on the wrapping up, or maybe even just kind of like the in media res of the wedding from the peasant Yisbael to Madog the groom.
I have an opening poem if you
Oh.
need one.
Yeah. Rewind. Jim.
I think it fits
Give it to me.
Our character's growing age. It's one of my favorite poems, or at least the last part of it. Ulysses by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Though much is lost, much yet remains, and though we are not now that great strength which in old days moved earth and heaven, what we are, one equal temper of heroic heart, made weak by time and fate, but strong in will, to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield.
God damn.
There you go.
Beautiful. Tennyson. Good poet. That's a good poem. You're right. That is very, very apt for your characters. I was just remarking today on Twitter how it's been kind of remarkable, starting the game, being excited for playing all these great battles and these political moments. But then as I age up Jim's characters, his child now has a beard.
Yeah.
That's a feeling I've never gotten in a role-playing game,
You do grow up so fast.
rolling to get married and then having a kid, and then 15 sessions later they're 30 sessions later they're at a beard. Anyways, good stuff. Okay, so yeah, we're talking about this wedding here, and Jim, I have a question for you about what Gorthrin is doing at this time, because it's obvious he's distressed about this, right? He's probably not here, but I think I want you to test honor for him just to see how he's holding it. So you can kind of imagine him being sort of like on the road, between places, and he's just racking his brain about this time. He knows it's here. He knows what he needs to do, right? But he can't get her out of his mind. And I think this would be an honor test.
We're good.
Right?
Yeah.
Or loyalty. But I think honor.
I think honor's appropriate.
Yeah. But you raised him well. His honor is 16.
Nice.
You can just test in the chat. D20.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he doesn't do anything brash, but what does Gorthrin do to like blow off this steam, right? Because you can't just like let this sit here, right? This has to go somewhere. So is it something like riding, drinking, singing, praying, something else?
I think whenever he escorted him back to West Lavington,
Yeah,
that he would have let Sir Marjorie know, like, keep him busy.
sure.
Like, just, not like break him, right? Like just like run him into the ground, but like keep him busy, keep him active, keep his mind off of this.
Sure.
And so I think like
Work.
Yeah.
Nice.
Work.
Yeah.
Although it occurred to me after last session that one day Gorthrin will be Lord of Cholderton and have to live with all of this.
I mean, I can totally imagine a scene of Sir Marjorie being like, one day if you live to it, you're going to be Lord of Cholderton. But right now you need to shove out these stables again.
Yeah. Yeah. Horse needs to be brushed down.
Yep.
Get that rust off the chainmail.
Love it.
All that.
Absolutely. Cool. Yeah. So you have to be, actually, you probably wouldn't even be at this wedding, which is kind of why we're kind of washing it over. But this was more just a question for Gorthrin, and I wanted you, since they're kind of like your child, to help characterize it for a second.
Oh yeah. Isabel, and who's her?
Isabel and Madog. Madog is the groom. So he is like literally, but also the groom. Like he's the sable brusher.
Nice.
Yeah, I forgot. I literally wrote down. I did a random generator for medieval jobs, and I got groom, and I just realized now that he's literally the groom of the wedding. Anyways, good stuff.
This is a complete tangent, but I love how much was the word for it? Rural names for spouse, like husband, right? To husband something, or the groom. Like, it's very, I don't know. That's a complete tangent. That's where my mind's at today.
I never thought of that, but that is actually a really good pointing out.
Rural.
Parochial.
Yeah.
Oh,
right. Yeah, I think probably Erwin is like watching from, the parapet or something like that.
Yeah. Does Grade know about this? Set up like.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think it's better to let her know. Like, he doesn't want to keep this secret, because that would just make it worse.
Yeah.
Even though Gorthrin's not her kid, she was there when he was for good. I don't know what.
Yeah. Sure.
7 years or so.
She holds you at this time. She knows this isn't easy, right?
Mm.
Although I think she probably doesn't, and we don't have to roleplay this out, but she definitely doesn't feel like this was the right move. Like she wouldn't have done it this way. Not saying they should have gotten married, but like bringing her here is like, it's only going to prolong the suffering, like the wound, right? Especially when God forbid you're getting old, if he comes has this place,
Yeah.
But
that's
but she knows. Yeah, but she knows right now that's not what you want to hear, and what you just want is just a back rub, right? Just
right.
It's like you're doing okay.
I'd like so this is sort of a metagame question, but
yeah,
a hermitage provides a bonus to like the Lord, the Knight, and like I don't necessarily want that bonus, but everyone wants to like provide a hermitage for the benefit of Lady Grade, like with Father Nye from the feast this past year, and I'm not sure like mechanically how that would work out. So I don't necessarily want to rack up a bunch of spiritual checks.
I mean, I feel like we can just establish that you're going to build one. I would just yeah,
just no check per year for me. That's fine.
Yeah, if you don't want the check, I don't see you have to.
Well, so what you could do, and this is something I've been thinking about in general with manorial improvements, you could have the thing provide some check to like your love of Lady Grade, because that's obviously never going to improve again. It's at 20. Sure. And then when your player character gets replaced, right, when your next character comes up, their relationship to their hermitage might inform a different check.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Mostly it's for like, because I feel it's appropriate, and it's one of those things that he just wants to do that for her, and I think that'd be a good move. But then I was looking at the benefit for it, and I was like, I don't want to rack up a bunch of spiritual points because I'm trying to go for something else with Erwin.
But you want to take care of your family.
Yeah. Again, and nice. I think it leans into the card from last week with Father Nye looking to get in Erwin's good graces.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, then he'll make arrangements for that when it comes wintertime.
All right. Perfect. And I'm just wondering, I saw Andrew's having problems with the stream quality, and I've just been trying to troubleshoot it. Sorry. I don't know if you can't get it off of 1080p. I'm trying. I tried everything. I restarted the stream before we started. Maybe switching it to auto, but I see that there aren't any other options, and that seems like a new Twitch thing, I think. So apologies. Anyways, it is the summer, Nothing, no events are taking you away from your homes that you need. I'm going to ask you all to do some checks later to do some sort of like, garrison slash, your standard patrols. But other than that, you're free to conduct some things. And the only other thing on the docket would be, gun it. Remember, you were going to have a not repository. What do you call it when you have a lecture of people together?
Convention.
Priests.
Symposium.
Symposium was that was the word I was looking for, but convention is also, yes.
Yeah.
For your priest.
Yeah. Have the priest convention with Sir Chad de Winterborn Gunnet.
Yes.
Synod. That might be a good word for it.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because that is one of the things I wanted to do. I forget if I already said I was building something this year.
I don't have anything in my notes about building.
Okay, I think I was just repairing one of my shattered piece of shit improvements.
You've repaired something. You've repaired one of them last year, and the other one was destroyed.
Yep.
You repaired your dove cut, and your apiary.
Oh,
was
the
destroyed,
apiary
right?
is destroyed, so I just need to rebuild it entirely.
You have to literally rebuild it. Yes.
That might have to wait. My finances aren't what they used to be.
About the only thing Erwin would do is he wants to go hunting with some of the members of the Bourne Confederation, like Upper Chute, maybe Biddenson, just like some of the ones that are further north but more isolated, and spend some QT with them.
Okay.
Go hunting.
All right. Yeah, like Sigbert and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. We can just quickly do that. Go ahead and just do a quick hunting test.
See how it goes. Oh yeah, why don't you come over here? Ooh, that is a crit.
And you
for hunting.
crit. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. Go ahead and give yourself a check for that, my friend.
You.
So it is a great time. I imagine the hunt itself is rather bountiful. Perhaps it's some kind of like large heart or something like that. But in addition to that, they clearly feel open and welcoming. Like you're achieving your intentions of quality time. They're listening to you. They're not just complaining at you, right?
Yeah.
Or at least they are, but you also are understanding them. They feel like you are actually listening to them.
Yeah. Erwin's doing it on the pretense of just like, we don't know each other that well.
Yeah.
Like he's not there for business or ulterior motives. He's just like, listen, there's a lot of great game in the Callingborn Wood, Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. They ask if this should be, should we do it again next year?
Certainly. Yeah.
Awesome. We're looking forward to it. And, Sir Myth's probably going to be like, yeah, we're not going to win this next one.
Yeah. Yeah, it could just whoever, like I think maybe next year or whatever, it'll be open. Whoever wants to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fun times.
Nice. Yeah. Also, you should go ahead and mark about 10 glory for it.
Okay.
Yeah, that constitutes a crit for a hunt. Yeah. Yeah. I think that part of it comes from the shock and surprise of like Myth, Sigbert et al. And you coming back well stocked, like you're the one who got it, and they're like, oh wow, eyebrows very high.
Erwin's impressed himself.
Yeah.
We have historically not been great at hunting.
No, it's all right.
Not take you for a hunter.
Something I've taken up recently.
I see. Well, what's this I hear about some wolves on your property? Should I be concerned?
I don't think so. My peasants have said there's some in the forest. I've offered a bounty on their pelts.
Right.
Not sure any of them have collected yet.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Colin, what about you, my friend?
So I think a lot of Gareth's energy is going into the synod. I'm going to use that word. Even if it's not accurate, I really like the word synod.
Yeah.
because this is definitely him trying to ingratiate himself more with the religious side of Salisbury. That is a whole network of power that he has largely ignored for the last 10, 20 years. And that's a mistake because they're everywhere. The priests of the various stripes definitely help control Salisbury. So,
Yep.
Bit of a blind spot. And I'm hoping Gareth can get a foot in the door, so to speak.
Beautiful. All right. So I will start by saying you're not getting the full attendance as requested. Mostly for the parts of everyone leaving Silchester and London. Nobody wants to come out over here for this. Desperate times, etc.
Yeah.
But that's not to say this is a failure. I'm just saying there's an opportunity for growth in the future if you host more of these. Right.
Sure.
So you get a couple declines just by de facto. However, you're still going to get about a dozen or so priests, mostly from the local area. I would imagine did you go by personal invite, or is this sort of just like a?
Yeah, personal invite, because Morgan's back, so he can actually write the letters, and I can affix my seal to them. I think because we did establish knights don't really know how to read natively.
No, definitely not. And also, I want to.
I don't know if Erwin did, but I know Gareth probably never learned.
I want to show off something real quick too while we're here, because I'm going to ask you for some houses that you've had to make some tough choices on. But Jim, in his free time, has curated a hex map of Sarum.
Yes.
So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Salisbury.
Salisbury. It's not a real map until it's been put in a hex grid with the tiny icons. So.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
All right. The big question that I have for you is that obviously then you have to make some tough choices, and some people who would like to come aren't coming here. So I want to ask you, would everybody in the Bourne pretty much go? Here, I'm gonna say you can have everybody from the Bourne go. You could have the dignitaries from Sarum go, and you can have the dignitaries from Duplan and Amesbury go. Of those four, pick three.
Fuck Duplan.
Okay, got it. All right, noted.
Or do we say fuck Amesbury? Because
Amesbury's up on the Avon River. It's your neighbors,
snubbing the Abbey would be big, but I can't. The only reason I want to invite Duplan is because the thing that Gareth and Colin want from this relationship with these priests is information, right? They talk to everyone. They hear confessions. They have access to halls of power above their normal stations.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it'd be worthwhile to know what Duplan is up to, because I hate him.
Yeah.
At the same time, if anyone's got to take the axe, I think it's got to be Duplan.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck Duplan. Yeah, I talked myself into it. Got to axe one. It's got to be the people who were mean to us once.
Yeah,
sure. Awesome.
Let them know who's boss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Okay. So you were coaching your priest about doing this stuff. The priest's name is Terwin.
Terwin. He's got awkward, clammy hands.
Yes.
Yeah. It's been a struggle.
No doubt. Okay, so the question I have is, you're teaching them to sort of like lead this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you even like made a couple of rolls about it to secure it. So I think because of the securing of those roles, I think this is going to ultimately be successful. But I want to make sure I understand like what your goals were for this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your goals are to get in touch with. You want an avenue or an access or like say a hook into sort of the church power structure that you can leverage.
Yes.
In general?
Yes. Maybe not leverage right now, but they need to know who I am if I'm eventually going to show up at their doorstep with my hat in hand, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think the obvious vector for this will be Father Tathan. If
Mm.
only because he's, I feel like other people have brought this up to you, and I'm not just reusing his character, but like he is the scion of being like the Bishop of Sarum, right? Of
Yeah.
the cathedral.
If the bishop bites it, I would not be surprised if Tathan is the next bishop.
Yeah, exactly. And so
Yeah.
it just so happens that you also have semi-cordial relationships through Erwin, right?
Mhm.
And so it just ends up being...
That's great. I'm not against having my own relationship with Tathan, but I am cognizant of the fact that he is ultimately Erwin's man, not mine.
Yeah.
And like,
So you're
Gareth, the old Gareth is like, no, you need your own man. You need your own man.
Mhm.
But if that's where we're starting, Tathan's a great starting spot. I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, you can use Tathan to be introduced to someone else and stuff, and following symposiums and things like that. But that is your access point for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah. The only thing I need you to do then is go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
Okay.
And don't roll a 1.
Don't roll a 1. You said it now, so kind of want to do it.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. No, it's fine. Yeah. There's a couple. I mean, whenever doctrine is involved, things get a little heated.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing that some good turnips can't solve. A nice turnip break.
Yeah. Oh
So.
yeah. What's the hot button issue with a bunch of priests out in the boonies of Salisbury? What would they even argue about?
I mean, technically, has the Nicene Creed? The Nicene Creeds happened, right?
Ooh,
No.
Yeah,
that's a good
yeah,
question.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Nicene Creed was
Sometime
325.
Yeah, 325.
Okay, so it's a couple
First
hundred years.
council.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So those memes are kind of buried.
But there was the First Council of Constantinople revised the Nicene Creed in 381.
You know what they were
quite possibly,
they were revising?
Oh God, yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of conversation still about transubstantiation. They need some details
yet in the early 500s.
It's also not solidified. I wonder. No, I'm wondering about like things. There's questions about what can be eaten when, right? Like, can you actually eat meat or not New Year's Eve, or All Saints Day, or that kind of stuff. It's like, hold on a second. I heard that I've been eating fish. I've been telling people to eat the fish the whole time. No. It's okay. You can have anything but beef at at that night or that kind of stuff, right? So and so it's questions about food and what can be had and whatnot.
In grad school, there was always that one person who read like the one chapter of the book that they thought they needed to, and then the entire contribution to the class was always based on only that one part they read. And you're like, it's super obvious you didn't read the rest of this. Yep. You keep bringing it back to the one thing you read, like we wouldn't notice.
Yeah, it's clearly.
Yeah, it's like we get it. You read Peter to the Corinthians. We get it. Like, we're not talking about that, Jared.
Very much so.
Man, flashbacks.
So, but yeah, nothing goes super awry.
Good.
So I think there's that part where God, a bunch of. Here's the funny thing though, for like hosting the symposium, priests, it's more expensive than even like hosting nights, right? Like they are all here. Yes, exactly. And that's what I was gonna say is that I think for the purposes of the rest of this game, all of your like special meat is gone. It gets drunk up for this, unless you want to like see if there's a stewardship test about keeping like a reserve bottle. Like no, like it's not all gone. We were able to keep one. Otherwise, I feel like that's just sort of like
one bottle to stuff in the turnip drawer.
You can have a bottle stored, but I mean like an actual not what's bigger than a barrel, a butt. How do barrels work?
A hogshead.
Yeah, hogshead. Like
I think I'm gonna roll because I did actually put points into stewardship, and I usually leave that to my fucking expensive ass
Yeah.
steward that I pay for every year.
Yeah, I have a picture of him now too, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Sweet.
Now that they fucked up.
Yep.
But this is like something that I think, yeah, I would do totally on my own. Like I wouldn't even tell.
Where are they? I lost them. Never mind. Okay.
No, where are they? Two kid now? No.
No, I have them somewhere here. Here they are. Here's Quern. They're in my total repository. There he is, Quern. That's Quern. That's your steward.
Oh God. Oh, he does look like an
There he
expensive
goes.
accountant.
He is big accountant energy.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
I think this is the kind of thing that Gareth is realizing he doesn't enjoy as much anymore. Without Elaine and without the stakes that he used to have, this sort of glad handing.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know if this is me. It could be.
Girl.
It can be when I need to be, but I don't know that this is me anymore.
Hey. And I feel like this is a good conversation between you and your spouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who, similarly to Grade and Erwin, Angrad's going to put their arms around you, and at this point, you know, and in your relationship, they know exactly where your wounds are, so like they, you know, where they still linger, and so they can hold you in a way that's comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And they sense the trouble, and they say, what troubles you? The thing was fine.
I'm not sure it's troublesome per se.
Oh, I can see you're carrying some sort of burden.
Possibly I'm letting go of one. When I was young, I was hungry all the time for power and glory and the various vanities available to a knight of Salisbury. But now, after spending the day with drunk, peevish, and pedantic priests, even knowing the spoils available to me by glad handing and such, I don't need to be this man anymore. Not the one who smiles politely with icy and predatory instincts sharpened by ambition and youthful energy.
They're gonna spin you around, and so you kind of like just looking like eye to eye, and they completely understand. They without saying anything to you, like you get what they're trying to say to you, like just without any words. It's just that they feel very similar to you, and that they like there's like a relationship in or a relate, like I can sympathize with you in like such a deep way here. And that's when Angrad goes, I've been feeling this for a while, and I think you just put it to words. When I'm with you, I have everything I ever wanted. Angrad kind of turned it about the relationship. And then they kind of like are misreading it a little bit. But yeah. Oh, you say you apologize? Oh, no.
Really?
You
This is all?
you sell yourself short.
Well, I wonder what Airwing is up to. Have you had any word from them lately?
Oh, speaking of which, and then you hear a bunch of dogs barking. And you go and we cut to you all outside their stables. Acewin as in your child, right? Yeah. Your child just punched your squire. Forgive me. And so like she takes off her helmet. Your squire is on the ground. Luello is on the ground. And let me show you where are they? I brought them over here. Yes, and I didn't add their name. Oh, shit, 1 second. I have to remember which one's which. I wrote them down in the names of the portraits, but I didn't share it. There it is. This one's Acewin. Ace one has the darker hair. Glessig is the other one with the blonder hair.
Perfect.
But yeah, Acewin taking off like their helmet and like their chain gauntlets and stuff after just decking Luelu. Surprise. Apologies, Dad. Your squire seems to be a little rambunctious.
You are still a squire, are you not?
For now.
Stand up straight. Look me in the eye. What do they do?
Yeah, they do. I think Luelu cuts in and says,
I cut Luello off. I'm like, no. Go on then, Acewin.
she's making fun of Angarad.
Making fun of Angarad. You were protecting my spouse's honor.
Luelu wants to chime
Yeah.
up so bad,
Yeah.
and they're not. And like their eye is swelling. And you know, and it's like couldn't let an insult like that go unanswered. No, I'm not a knight.
Stand aside. Luelu. Stand up.
Yeah, Luelu won't look you in the eye, but yeah. Stands up.
You're accused of offering some grievance for which Acewin struck you. What do you have to say for yourself?
I'm a fool. I should have expected someone to respond so violently to such a simple jest.
Perhaps you've not heard the great wells of humor that I have. Sir Gareth the Dauntless, they say. Sir Gareth the Mirthful, even. I like a jest as much as the next. Let's hear it.
I can't remember what they,
Yep.
you know, and Ace one's like, come on, say it. It's okay. And they won't.
Yep.
No, it's
I'm
not
just
funny.
gonna step
Just humiliating. Well,
just stepping a little closer, just
Yeah.
dropping the voice a little bit more. Say, well, since you have time to come up with jokes, I suggest that you put yourself to some use mucking out the stalls again.
right. Absolutely. I'm right on it. She backs up and still kind of like holds her eye and kind of stumbles a little bit and catches herself because they're so flummoxed. But yeah, they're off.
Then gonna go to Acewin.
Yeah.
Acewin. How bad a
Long time
joke
is-
was it?
It wasn't that much, but she just has one of those faces. I don't know.
That's what I thought. Go help.
You can't be serious. I rode all this way. I had all this time. You know what I do to hit the score? Okay, you're not hearing me. Okay. Okay.
No, just like gonna grab them and like turn them around. Say, I did not say you could leave.
Oh, I
Acewin,
do the squire.
I appreciate your
You're-
desire to protect the honor of my spouse. That in itself is admirable. But Luelu is going to be one of your comrades in arms. Do not endanger the very bonds which may save your life later.
You've never punched Erwin?
In point of fact, no. He has hit me before, though, so that's something. And that was unrelated. I'll tell you about that story. We were in
Flashback.
France.
Hold on. I was gonna say flashback to a helmet. It's going like this. Yeah.
Eswin, this is not a punishment. I want you to learn grace in victory. You are right. And what you did sounds very much like what I would do. To show grace in victory is the quintessence of godliness. And that is something that I hope to impart to you. And then when you are done, we'll have dinner. And after dinner, we shall go for a ride with Angaran. How does that sound?
Great. Thanks, Dad. They smile. They are being ambivalent to you about how they actually feel. I leave it up to you,
aren't they?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Best I can hope for.
I mean, yeah, they're at the age that you would actually have to intrigue test as though they are a separate person.
Yep.
Right. They're no longer your kid, like catching them in a cookie jar. They are.
I think Gareth is going to wait like a half hour or so and then going to go join them to help cleaning up the stall.
Oh, nice. Cool. And this was the TV show. We have the scene of them begrudgingly getting along together, right? And then it starts to break apart again. And then as things get really heated, that's when you come in to help. And they both have to give themselves a sort of like, what do you call it? A peace, détente between them.
Yeah. Hopefully the idea was to resolve that, but make me the bad guy who put them both into mucking the stall. Great way for them to bond.
Do you want to? Is there like a moralizing skill? Is there a test to see if how effective that is or not?
You know, there should be like a pedagogy skill.
Yes,
teaching your squires and teaching your kids in this game is important.
Exactly. Like how I've been using traits as like, do you embody the trait at this time when you're giving the lecture, right? And that's sort of is that the key takeaway from it? Right. So maybe that sounds like like not mercy, but temperate.
Yes. Temperate.
Because it's more, you're speaking more towards the practical than
prudent.
Yeah, it's prudent. That's prudent. It's definitely prudent.
Yeah.
Be smart about this.
This is not my best one.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay. They've been able to put aside their hatred for each other in exchange for you. I'm putting it at you. So the lesson was learned.
Perfect. Nice
Indeed. Awesome. I love it. Thanks for that, Colin. It's always fun to bring your kids in and how this stuff evolved. Nice. Okay. Erwin. My man.
Yeah. What do we got?
Bandits.
Oh no.
So test battle.
Bandits or a big,
no, weak bandits.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Just a simple test of battle.
Passed.
Yeah, no problem. Go ahead and roll 2d6s, subtract 1, and then take the lowest of the d6s. Okay. So 2d6, keep lowest minus 1. Nice.
2.
So 2. Awesome. You're only adding 2 fate this year. So it's just a couple minor scrums.
Nothing too bad. Not compared to the last few years.
No.
Huge raiding forces.
Exactly.
Is that a check to battle?
No. This is routine.
Okay.
If this was like one of the times when we were bandits and you're riding out and like things are on the line, I would probably be more in favor of it. But thank you for asking.
Yeah.
This is
probably just like Erwin and his household knights and
and it's definitely I would definitely color it in the flavor of it's people like they're people are afraid of going in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
They're keep talking about these wolves and you haven't seen any, and they're just the stories get more and more farcical. So that's a
that might be something we have to go investigate sometime.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Works for me. And then Colin.
Yes.
In your dreams, one night you drift towards the woods of those years back. During your year away. You remember and you see vividly that sunlit grove where a feast was set.
Mm-hmm.
The feast has gone to rot.
Oh.
The cornucopia has spoiled.
No. No,
interpret that for what you mean.
I don't want to though.
But this, I would say that this is an important event. This is called a saga event that I rolled for you. So this is like when Mindong had three requests or 3 wishes or whatever. It was this kind of level of an event. So you get something privy here. I won't tell you what it means per se, but this is important.
Rotting feast.
Yes.
Which means no one's at the feast, which my first instinct is they've been called away. It was a cursed feast. Like, isn't that good that they finally got away? But
you might have to talk to a priest or a dream interpreter.
Or I think Gareth knows, despite his growing religiosity, deep down he's gonna have to consult a wise person, like a druid. There's something about them druids. They know this stuff a little bit better than the priests do.
Yeah. Hit up Broughton. See how Sir Keith's doing.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, because
not a bad idea.
Angarad listens, but they are not. They don't put too much stock in dreams. Dreams are dreams.
Dreams are dreams. Yeah, it's easier to do when you haven't been in them fighting giants before. So,
true enough. I'm often riding in my dreams.
You're often riding in mine.
Yeah. Someone drops some buckets and things and makes a badoom. Nice. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing. Do you want to take care of the wolves, or you want to do this dream interpretation? Where you guys want to go?
I mean, I definitely. This is the second or third time that Sir Erwin has heard about wolves, and he might just like, hey Gareth, what are you doing this week, kind of thing, and just get some local boys and go check out the shoot forest. See what's there.
Yeah. So you get the locals rounded up. Can both of you make hunting tests for me, please?
Oh God.
Let's see if characterize. That is not it for Erwin. Oof, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it wasn't a crit fail. Wasn't a fumble this time, but it was close. That's real bad.
The answer is that you both, everyone kind of comes up short. Like there's no signs of them. There's nothing. They're not even like prints. There's dropping. There's nothing. There are people's. In fact, you haven't even heard howling, right? Yeah. So, yeah,
they moved on.
Yeah, your earnest efforts is that if they were, they're not here anymore. Yet they keep talking about it.
Don't like that. All right, Erwin's gonna stare broodingly at the forest. Yeah.
You think at a moment, this is maybe like an hour later or at some point near the standing stones, you get that sense of when you look over, you think you see like a wolf like on the periphery of the stones, right? And you kind of like squint again and it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And that's sort of where we would end that part with the wolf. So it's like, yeah, it's something it's not right. And
at least not right.
Yeah.
I think it is time to seek out Keith Broughton.
Yeah.
Between that and the tower earlier this year. Yeah.
Okay.
Something's going on.
Hell yeah.
I could smell it.
Okay. So both of you gonna ride down to see Sir Keith?
Yeah.
The druid of the.
Yeah, I think that's the payment for me helping with the wolf hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Sir Keith is excited to see you. Their life has been pretty rough as far as they kind of lost most of their connections to their family. They've inherited this grove that's been broken down. But the tree that you remember is that like the broken part and barely the sapling. It has been fruitful. It has been growing and not literally fruitful, but like actually verdant and growing this year, right? Like it's grown into a proper tree that can give shade. Yep. Right. It's been like 10 years, it's not as big as it once was, right? You can still see sort of like the remnants of the trunk where it was cut and stuff, right? But it's still going.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
After the
Why do I
usual
give the pleasure?
pleasantries.
Yeah, and they give you some tea or something.
Worrying dreams. Something about them made me think that not the sort of thing that my priest can give insight on. To be honest, he's got clammy hands and a soft, mushy brain. So,
I've met quite a few priests like that.
and then I'll describe the dream.
Well, a cornucopia is a horn of plenty.
Yes.
For that to go rotten indicates something greater, something than just a bad field. That's something far greater. Perhaps. Some sort of pestilence. I'd be careful.
My thought was that one leaves a feast for two reasons. Either because you are finished or you've been called away. And I recall in the days of Uther, the Saxons were often called a plague on Logres, on the lands of England.
Yes.
And I wonder what might draw knights from feast, what might rot the table more than a plague of Saxons.
Could be a literal plague. We live in strange times.
Yes.
It could be related to London. It could be related to elsewhere.
I have no connection to London. It must be at Salisbury. It must be something about the river or the family.
Has anything else transpired since? What has Elaine said? Your spouse.
Elaine?
Yeah.
Oh gods. Elaine is dead.
Oh.
I've remarried.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't get much news.
Clearly not. It's quite all right. Servant of Sigarius murdered her, and one of my better knights.
My God. How long ago?
Years now.
I'm sorry. Wow.
You are kept busy here, aren't you?
They feel mortified. Yeah. Clearly, they're like around them. You can see a bunch of other like pursuits and things. The partakings.
Nothing of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I feel horrible. Please let me make it up to you. Here, and they're going to give you not like a poultice, but basically a bunch of like herbs that here. Put this into a cup. Pour some hot water in it, and take only about half of it, half of a sip, and tell me if this dream returns to you or not.
But yeah, we getting high. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Like not right now. Like when you go to bed, right?
I'm like mouthful of herbs.
Yeah. No. Like it's not. You don't want to do it right now. You have a ride. You know. This is gonna be. But do this. That's all you got. Okay. So they show you what you need to do.
Dope. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do some dream searching.
Yeah. And you, Erwin?
Keith? It's good to see the tree growing strong.
It's been taking all of my efforts, all of my energy, really. And and you can see, okay, like without getting like too behind the veil, it's like Keith has been like putting some of his own life force basically like into the tree, basically.
Yeah.
You know, like this thing is
I was looking at my notes from the last time we visited him, which was like 5 years ago, and like the summer before Elaine died.
Yeah.
Like it was this 498. So it's like, it's been a few years.
Yeah.
It's worn.
Yeah, so that's why I say he's not doing too, like, looks too great. Like, he's been real busy and just bestraggled. It's because of this. Yeah. Basically, again, I don't want to get too much into it, but like Keith is pretty much bound to this tree. Like, at this point, that's part of being the druid of this tree, is that also it's pretty much like it's taking his life to keep this tree going, and not just like a professional occupational life, but like literal life force.
Literal life, yeah.
Yeah, to like keep making sure this tree, gets out of this initial stage and survives. But obviously that's dramatic irony. You all don't.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So listening to Garrett sort of explain, seek guidance on this dream.
Yeah.
Keith, there has been more
dreams?
Dream. Not a dream. We were in Medbourne earlier this year. The woodcutters there, the miners, the quarrymen, spoke of strange nights. Came out only after sunset from a cave that ancient. They chanted a tower, constructed it through there.
All right, this is very important. Did they pay in red gold?
We did not see them.
Okay.
We avoided them.
All
I
right.
was returning a headpiece from a unicorn that I found in Shoot Forest.
What?
Yeah, sorry, we should have started with that. So Garrett,
I'm sorry, wait, what?
Owen found a unicorn.
Gwaidnerth and I.
Yeah, I like this is the part where they're like, hold on, like they know unicorn. Like, how did you find a unicorn? Like, they're like, what? Now you're just pulling my leg here. Is this?
No, I had it for more than a year in my on my mantelpiece. Yes, and
cool.
Yeah, he's just gonna lay out the whole thing. Dan Bradweir's, the Lord, or like the Lord, but like the local knights and everything the peasants told us, everything we saw.
I don't. Yeah, like they're believing you, but also Keith doesn't know anything about this whole like time break thing, right? Keith is like battling forces of like literally elder gods, right? And like this is something different that's going on, and so they're like, I don't. I think they're like racking their brain through all the different stories and epics that they've been told, right? And no, there's and like when you okay, well, I do know that when it comes to power, it is very often that some sort of spellcaster of demonic tendencies will like to build some sort of structure towards them. And the bigger the structure, the greater the focus of the energy is the thought. It comes actually a lot from these principles, and they start kind of like rattling about the ideas of rings and circles and like lines and and you don't care.
There's like a slow whining noise in Gareth's ear as he slowly his eyes unfocus.
Yeah, just glaze. Sorry. Anyways, whoever has this has some sort of understanding of magic.
Indeed.
Of what I couldn't tell. Not good.
I'm at once heartened that we did not come to blows with these mysterious knights, and also worried that we should have.
Well, I can say with full confidence and certainty that our night together has nothing to do with this.
That does not make Erwin feel any better.
Yeah.
So there are two worrying things then. It's not one big one, it's two slightly smaller ones.
Oh yes, there's a lot. like Keith knows that there's like multitudes of different things to worry about, but all they can do is hold the line about this one. And so like this is their life is resolved for that. So yeah, they were like, I forgot. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Well. Yeah. There are many doors that we wish were always kept closed.
Yes, well, and some things don't need doors, so that makes it rather more difficult, doesn't it?
Well, more difficult is that some people want these doors opened. Sometimes they find one already open. It's
Swords
true.
are very simple. Swing them is pretty easy at this point. If we just knew the person to swing them at, that would be the easiest thing.
Well, if it's any consolation to you,
Mm.
it's not magic in the other world that you should be afraid of. It's people who
Oh.
are unpredictable.
People are predictable. More predictable than you could.
What do you mean, Keith?
Magic would be,
Kuzminak.
basically, Keith's just saying magic would be safe if it wasn't for all the damn people.
Well, sure, right.
Yeah.
You know, like that's all they're saying. Like it's fine. Like there's rules, you do them, it's fine. But people always break the rule. They don't care. You know what I mean? Like you can't. Like the failure in the chain of everything is always people. I'm saying there's always someone who wants to go where they shouldn't.
Yes.
Seems that way. Well, what can we?
They're always hurting.
What do you need, Keith?
What do I need? Well, apparently I need news more than anything. Forgive me, but
And Morgan might need the exercise. I could send him down here regularly. He'd hate that.
Yes.
I mean, I would love a case of red wine from the continent, but
We'd have to
I haven't
go to
seen
London
that in
for
forever.
As well. With
Yeah,
London
strangely, I've heard of
gone-
London. I heard what happened there.
Yeah.
That reached my ears.
With London gone, it might, what's it called? Estralagas? Is that out west?
Astrologies, yeah.
They have ports. Not as
It's like
big as
Eastern
London,
Europe.
obviously.
Yeah.
Something
Don't go-
for us to think about.
Is
Oh, you don't have no. I just meant like from a merchant or something. You don't have to go get it. Oh God,
I wasn't planning. I was
Oh.
going to pay for it. Keith, I'm old.
I'm sorry. Oh God,
I'm old
Okay.
now. I don't want to go to the continent anymore.
Awkward, yeah.
right? Is Pedrog's dad still married to the knight of Broughton? Squire
Yeah.
Pedrog.
Yeah, let me look up Broughton.
Larry?
Sir Leary, yeah.
Larry?
Yeah.
Larry.
I'm
She's-
not sure
she's
that I
around.
would be welcome there, but perhaps Gareth might have better luck.
Yeah, it's strenuous. You certainly have passed by here on your way through Duplain when you treated with yeah, and Sir Omeg and stuff in Duplain, like obviously they were in attendance. It's pretty lukewarm though.
Mm.
Yeah, you don't know how they would receive you.
I don't think Erwin would go anywhere near there.
No.
Yeah. So,
Sounds
yeah.
like bad news.
Sorry, I don't mean to be like a GM and like block your all's like attempts of trying to understand these things, but
No.
for yours, particularly Erwin, is that yeah, this isn't the right place for that. And
Sure.
but for Garrett's, who knows? We'll see what this dream does.
Yeah.
Erwin endeavors to visit Keith more often, maybe like on the solstice.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be
So-
sick.
Or would that's sort of like visiting a retail worker on Black Friday, I feel like maybe not
Yeah,
on
give 'em-
like after the solstice when they
Sure.
can finally relax.
Yeah.
Like that was when we had our
Foray.
adventure
Yeah.
to the other
Solstice?
worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think he might just for the symbolism of it. Just like
That's
I
fair.
remember I was there. Let me at least stand with you in your vigil like I did that night, kind of thing.
That's a better framing. I like that more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, let's drink some dream juice.
Yep. Drinking the dream juice. Can you roll a d6 for me, please?
Schlorpen.
Don't roll a 1.
Who's that?
17%.
There you go. Awesome. Okay. So you are able to have a solid dream. Roll another d6 for me, please. Okay. Yeah. All right. It's basically this thing tastes of strong mint and bark. But you stomach it down and you're like you don't even know what to expect. It doesn't immediately take any sort of effect, right? You go to bed though when you go to bed. It's certainly not hemlock. you but it's very much like this dream that you just had, or although you are just a little more awake and cognizant, almost like you are active dreaming, right?
Yeah, a little more lucid.
Yeah, lucid dreaming is the word I was looking for. Yeah. So you sort of have more control. So you can go closer to the tables and stuff like that, but you're kind of imagined sort of in this fallow sun field.
Definitely want to go up to the table, and I definitely want to like look around to see, are the chairs pushed in, or are they like violently tossed out? Is there evidence that people here fled or ran or left in an orderly kind of way?
Perfect. Yeah, you see that they've been pushed in. It's like the food has been left here. There's no signs of violence. It is just as though all things have ended, but the food cannot go away, and it just rots. Like no servants have taken away the food. But all the plates and everything are set just like they would. It's not like anything's out of place there. It's just as though the things that have been served here have all rotten, or like a feast and nobody showed up. So it's like an inversion.
Yeah. Interesting. And does the food look half eaten and rotted, or like fully kitted out and just no one touched it?
Kitted out, no one touched it. So I mean, although it doesn't smell rotten because it's a dream, but like clearly looking at it, right? It's the meat is putrid, maggoty.
It's the kind of thing you can smell by seeing.
Yeah.
That curdles Gareth's stomach a little, because there was.
Do you interact with it?
Feast, the food.
Like do you touch it like with a fork or anything from the set,
actually like using the sword to like carefully carve the turkey a little bit.
Yeah, like I haven't been.
Goes.
Yeah, okay. Well, I've just kind of been describing sort of from a non-interacting observer's perspective of what you see. Yeah, as you interact with it, it begins to disintegrate. Like it almost turns to ash. Right, like the turkey as you slice it, like it begins to like, Thanos snap, kind of like dissolve away.
This is all feeling to Gareth like a promise that is being forgotten or taken back or something, right? That feast, that moment at the feast, that was like something should have happened but didn't.
Yeah.
People should be here, but they aren't. This food should be eaten, but it hasn't been. And like thinking about the fact that this Arthuriana makes Colin very nervous.
Yeah.
Like what if the boy king was never born? Fuck.
Make an awareness test for me, please.
Oh no.
Okay.
Squeaker.
Yeah. Awesome. You do not feel alone here. You feel the presence of being watched. Your awareness test grants you the sight of something very large, and almost like a fog is beginning to sort of like encompass sort of around you where it once was forest, right? And you can see definitely there's some sort of shadow in this fog as it moves around, as more like of this like ash kind of like drifts towards it.
I am Sir Gareth the Dauntless of Winterbourne Gunnet. If you're going to invade my dreams, do so with a bold face. Like holding his sword out, pointing at the figure.
Yeah. And that is when Merlin comes through.
Fuck.
What are you doing here?
Well, it's my dream, I think.
This is no dream.
Well, I did go to... Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I think it is right that you wake up. He kind of says longly, and you wake up. And yeah, you're in a place where you shouldn't have been. And like, that's... yeah, so you get the sense that behind Merlin, like as like you were waking up, is like scaly and like basically the dragon.
Ah, no.
Yeah. And that things are moving.
Hate it.
You do wake up with a pretty nasty headache though,
That's fine.
but it's fine. You were aware that's a side effect.
Yeah. Smash cut to Morgan finally like finishing his writing for the night, getting to go to sleep, and the door just gets kicked in by Garrett.
Finally,
Morgan.
and like the ink, like oh god, and they like catch the ink as yeah.
Yep.
What, my lord?
Love it.
How's it going?
Shut up and start writing. I'm just gonna. I'm look. I paid.
what I wanted to do.
For this guy. I'm using him. I'm using him every chance I get.
Book. Yeah. New book. Open. Go. Yes. Of course. I am writing. Go. And sure. So. Okay, it's a dream, and they describe it, and yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, but I will give this because you are going down this road. Go ahead and take 25 glory, for being in the presence of the dragon as it stirs. And I want to give you a little bit extra context for this. And this is Merlin is basically tending the dragon, I guess to say, as things come into fruition, right?
Mm-hmm.
The last focus steps of this space. And the other thing here is that that some sort of calamity is approaching.
Woof. Not a fan. Would like to make that known.
Yeah.
Do not like dragons waking up.
I will give you those things, but it's fucking Merlin again. And Merlin is clearly not in a talky, happy, chatty mood with you.
Yep, that's totally
like,
understandable.
This fucker. Like this guy.
This guy.
Really? And like, what are you doing here, you motherfucker? Yeah. So he pretty much yeets you out of the spell. Is actually what he does.
Love it.
All right. Couple other things, but then we can go into winter phase. Winterborn Gunnet, you are also attacked by bandits.
Okay.
Other non-glory based test battle, and this just affects the fate for the end of the year. Perfect. 2d6, take lowest, subtract 1 from it.
1.
Nice. 1. Perfect.
I feel like at this point, it's like knowing the land so well and knowing the kind of patterns of these bandits. It's like, I know they always go up that one dry creek bed at this time of year thinking that they're going to sneak up on us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. And then, I'm sorry, one last final thing. This is Erwin. This is Gorthvin's follow-up. Go ahead and roll a d20 for the child who was born. An 18.
Is that blessed?
It's twins.
Yes.
You have
that's great.
Twin bastards.
Your next character is going to have such a rich.
I hope I get to play one of them sometime.
Can you roll a d6 for me?
Yeah.
I was not expecting you to get twins. I only had one character
Same.
prepared.
6.
No one is. I believe evens. What is it? Is it odds or evens? Assigned male or female?
We're not on the page, so we don't.
Oh, odd result. It's male. So you have fraternal twins. One is the baby girl's name is Dudig. Now I'll write this in the chat.
Mm.
Big proud baby girl, and the boy's name is Garen. It's Garen.
Iskarin. I think we have one of them already.
Yeah, we have Iskarin.
Yeah.
This name list is like 500 names deep, and we're just getting some repeats. I'm gonna check this shit out.
Well, if you're using, I know one of them that you sent is like weighted, so like because they're common names, like the
that might be it.
Yeah, so it tends to weight them more towards, which is actually, I like it as a kind of emphasis on the fact that some names are popular. Who doesn't want to name their kid Discron?
Yeah,
but
Pedrog?
Yeah, we
I hope we
had
see at least
3
4
Pedrogs,
more.
3 Pedrogs, 2 Madigs,
Yeah.
right? We've had,
Always.
and I'm only adding to it because I've named both my kids after existing characters.
Very cool. It's okay.
Good
So
stuff.
she's got twins.
Mm-hmm.
And
We're just going to turn it into Wuthering Heights. Just 17 Pedrogs in a row.
We can only hope. All right. Let's take you over to Winter. All right. As always, the first things you want to do is experience rolls.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead. I did not get a check for fighting off the bandits.
No.
Okay. Didn't think so.
No.
And I don't have many checks. Just.
All right. Do that. I will be. Give me 30 seconds while you do that.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll do some paperwork.
Yeah.
Wow. Just stays as it is. I think I can get some prudent out of this. Hell yeah. Look at that. My prudence is going up. Which helps for the gentlewoman bonus, but not the chivalry bonus. Fuck. Oh, I see. It's the K's that go towards the knight and the F for the gentlewoman.
Oh. I'm assuming the asterisk is for religious?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And you need all of them above 15.
All of them 15, but chivalry just needs to be 96 plus across all of them.
Yeah. Which I like because it means that you don't need to be, and in fact, it kind of, you want to stack one of them, right?
Yeah.
You want to be, Gawain the trusting or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's easier to do than getting a little higgles and piggles here and there.
Certainly. All right.
I think I literally only had those 2 checks. Yeah, that's literally the only 2 checks. Unless, nope, because I don't have the apiary anymore, so no energetic check. That's it. We didn't go raiding. No checks from that.
That's true. We didn't go raiding this year. I think this was the year that we were. Was that last year?
I think this. No, this is the year we promised not. Yeah, no, because right. you did just a little gentle raiding.
That's right. It was a huge. What is it huge? But it was good. All right. Jetic. No. Oh. Stay the same. See how that dancing, what that gets me. Boom.
Hell yeah.
Dancing goes up.
Got the dancing.
Hey, getting better at flirting.
After how many years of marriage?
That's the first time that it's ever gone up because Bauer.
Dancing doesn't go up. I'm the steward of Manor Footloose.
Hey, hunting. Is it equal to or greater than?
Greater than.
Okay. States.
Oh, I do have one for honor. Forgot that. But there's no way that's going up anytime soon.
You don't get your checks for energetic anymore.
No. Got to get those bees back. Bunch of bees.
The bees. Beesness.
Yeah, it stays the same. All right, that's mine. It looks dancing went up, and that was it for me.
Okay. Yeah, I really like this experience system. Like, I know it seems arbitrary and weird, but I like it. I like the things where you actually have to test against like education to see if you advance or the skill.
Yeah,
it's much simpler than the Burning Wheel version, where you have to like check specific failures versus specific successes in a certain ratio.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to take as many routine and challenging tests to advance after a certain point. It's just at the end of the year, it's a percentage.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, that's it for us on that.
Our second or third least favorite part, aging. We're not talking about horse survival. So
it's not horse
It's the
survival.
big 4-0.
Yeah, it is the
big 4-0.
How long are we going to be rolling on the 35? Okay, we don't have to roll for. It stays the same till.
Yeah, till we die.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, that's 2.
God, are they 40 this year? They
are
40 this year.
Reduce each affected attribute by 1 each time it is affected. Oh, that means within a single aging roll, not through all aging rolls. That would be bananas. Okay.
Sorry, no, you're good. You rolled
Okay.
a 4. A 4 has 2 attributes affected.
Well, I haven't rolled yet.
Appearance goes down.
Oh,
And dexterity
9.
again. Okay.
Oh. A 9 is 1.
1. Which one is it?
Dexterity.
Yep. My dexterity is 8.
Same.
And you know, it's all of that scar tissue has got to add up
It's gotta
at some
start
point.
adding up.
Falling from the horses, being in a saddle, like that adds up. I think we're just creaky wooden messes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Starting to get that look. Gray
You know?
hair.
Still hit like a truck.
Yep. Yeah. Strength didn't go down. Size didn't go down. Constitution didn't go down. That's what.
That's perfect. All right. Economic circumstances. All right. We start with Cholderton. Cholderton, you had a calamity, and you had bandits. You get -5 to it. However, you got an additional you get -1 for your apiary as well, so you're at -6, and then you just take in additional bandits raised it by 2, so you went to -4, and then the spooky wolf thing increases it to -3. So we're at peasants. So now we have to test our peasants. When we test our peasants, this is the new time we're doing commoner justice here. So instead of it being justice versus arbitrary, instead we are going to be seeing what the event is, and then you're going to be arguing against someone who's presenting their case. And this will be a justice event. So it's always going to be testing justice, and you're always going to be testing against something that's a 2d20 that can be modified by the plaintiffs.
Okay.
So let's give you're going to be the first person we're doing this with. Okay, so is against a convincing tradesman and a basic peddler about missing firewood around an illicit love affair. Nice. A little tumble around the firewood. So I do 2d20. So the first one is the skill, which would be d20 plus 5. So there's 17. And now we test our justice here. They got a 15.
Yeah, they're going to beat me because my highest I can get is a 10.
You could always crit. They do. They beat you.
Yep.
All right. On a fail, you increased your hatred of landlord by 1.
Okay.
So what happens here in this part of it for everyone in chat, how we're doing it, and I posted this on my Patreon for free. It's based on the result of this justice test. If you crit, you reduce your hatred of landlord by 2. If you succeed, you reduce your hatred of landlord by 1. If you fail this, you increase your hatred of landlord, and if you fumble, you increase your hatred by 2. Right? So it's always like plus -2, -1, +1, -2, or +2. But if your hatred was 0, it doesn't go to love. It stops there. So in order to get love, so this is the new change. To get love, you actually have to like work for your peasants. Yeah, right. You have to build them their paneras. You know, they gotta
kneecapping my strategy of ignoring them and doing actively malicious things for which they love me.
Yeah,
I resent
he's
this.
Been writing a love of 5 for a while now, so that just resets to 0 now that he's
no. Your stats are your stats. Just going forward, the way you will modify your hatred will continue to go up and down as you're dealing with their effects here. However, in order to improve the love or reduce their hatred, you have to do more for like buildings and actually tending to them and not just listening to them once a year.
Sure. Everyone's busy doing other stuff.
Hopefully this works out. I don't know. It's probably negligible, but
no, it has been sort of like easy isn't the right word, but it's been like not as turbulent.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what I want instead. So, all right, go ahead and test concern of your commoners now. A fail. So you get no modifier to your misfortune roll. So now it's stewardship versus misfortune. The misfortune, so you know, going into this year is 12. So you're going against a 12.
No. Fail down. Oh. I thought he rolled a 12, but yeah. All right, 10 versus 2.
All right. You succeed and you break the tie. When you do that, you win. It's a normal year, so you get a normal lifestyle. So it's a success. You didn't pay tribute this year.
I feel like we've had it really easy this last couple years.
You have been.
Yes. Yeah, it's been a few
intentional.
years of hey, no tribute.
As far as I understand it, tribute tends to die down later in the anarchy periods because it just simply seems like everyone's just fighting each other all the time and no one's around to collect. It's very much like early on. It's more important.
Right.
Yeah.
Lifestyle result.
Luther's
Probably
gone.
impacts like which sides do well in the ensuing slap fights.
Very. No, exactly. You nailed it.
Never did household members.
Why are these 0, not if error?
Oh, is that later? That's later.
Yeah. That's
Family
later on.
rolls. It's after we do the horses.
All right, and then next thing we'd be doing is, well, go ahead and tell me, is your lifestyle going to be normal as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Another thing to note, and this is the other big change, is that I have changed the costs of lifestyle expenses.
Okay.
No longer is it like 0 to 2 to 4 to 10 or whatever. It's all increments of 4. So poor is 4, normal is 8, rich is 12, extravagant 16.
Okay.
This way, everything you do for your lifestyle is always multiples of 4. So, like to go up and down, it's gonna, to go from poor to normal costs you 4, right?
Okay.
That's the only difference. It's nothing significant. It's not. I don't think it's anything really significant. It pretty much washes out the same, anyways. I just thought it was kind of weird how the number schemes were working beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that means you are to the income stage. So let's go back over to you, Colin.
Justice event for me.
Yes, exactly. Thanks for being patient. And sorry you always go second, but get that glory higher and then you'll go first. All right. Oh, an unconvincing tradesman. a basic ass farmer about an ownership of a pig, also colored by an illicit love affair.
All right.
Someone was promised a pig, and now they were given to a lover discreetly, and now there's been a tradesman's been like, that was my pig. So this is a d20 minus 5 for their skill. A 2. All right, I failed. Test your justice.
Justice.
Ooh, you also fail.
Oh no.
Okay. On a fail and a fail, no one is satisfied. It is you increase your hatred by you increase your hatred of landlord by 1.
All right. Manor landlord. Boom.
No, actually, scratch that. Scratch that. Don't change it.
Okay.
This is a tie, technically, and on a failure, tie on failure is 0, nothing. It just washes.
Yeah.
Right. That makes more sense.
All right.
Sorry.
Concern.
I actually didn't write a test tie failure condition into these.
Success for concern.
Nice. A success means you reduce your misfortune roll for this year by 5.
Nice. And then my steward roll. Gwern, back on it. Back on it, my man.
Oh, you're gonna ace this. I'm rolling against a 10 this year for you. So y'all get the same starting misfortune, but then it gets modified through the year. Awesome. So a success as well, but you crushed it, so that's a normal lifestyle for you. Will you be living as a normal knight?
Yes.
Awesome. So now we're back into expenses. All right, continuing. So your lifestyle cost this year is 0, Erwin, as you have made enough money to keep yourself maintained normal. Your improvement expenses is 3. Your improvement income, I think you roll a d2.
Yeah. 2. It's gonna be 1.
1, so it's only gonna be 2 this year. Your grades industry.
Let's see.
Oh, dang.
You would have crit it.
So close. So close. All right. Manorial income though, you're getting 2, 1.
I have one. Yeah, because the
One.
wire doesn't it replaces one of the features.
And you also get your default extra 1 per year as money anyways.
Mhm.
Cool. Any expenses you want to declare? You're ending this year with 30. You started at 26 and now you're at 30.
30s. Yeah, he's going to build the Hermitage. It's I think 5 from the improvements list.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. So you're at 25. Insert a note here. Hermitage. Nice. I will incorporate that for next year. You also have to roll a d20 at the next year to see if it sits, but I will also make a note. Okay. Awesome. That's done. Colin.
Years.
My friend. You're also living normally. Finalized out of cost. Improvement expenses. I have 3 because of your tower and stuff as well.
Yep.
Improvement income is just a flat 2, right? No,
Yep.
1. It's 1. It's 1. Because your ferry also is gone. I remember that from last year. You've lost your ferry. It flooded out.
My dovecote is 2.
Oh, but your dovecote earns you 2. Got it.
No, it is 2.
Oh, just a flat 2.
Okay. In strict numbers, I have 2 income from the dovecote and 1 from the tower.
Oh.
And
your
then
tower gives you money.
Yeah, it doesn't earn me money because its maintenance
costs,
is also 1.
Got it. Okay. Thank you for explaining that. On year 460. 503 minus 465 says you're 38.
Yeah. I just went by the assumption that we were 21 in the year 485.
You're 18. Right? Because you're a squire and you just turned.
I thought it was 21 as well.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, if you say it's 21 and we're going with 21, that's fine then.
Yeah,
right.
that's how my math.
Oh, the default starting age of 21. Yeah, okay.
Because you become a squire at what?
16, oh yeah, no, of course. Yeah, you're knighted at 21. Yeah, of course, because you squire out because of the years. What is going on? Wait, so the year is 503. 503
yeah. Minus 485 is 18. So this year we have been 39. So at the end of this winter phase, we become 40.
Got it. Okay.
Right, that's why I said the big 40.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know. We were doing math in chat. It's never.
No worries. There may be a minor error in the book by assuming that you are born in 465, but I don't
know. Did we assign someone for Pinnacle?
What do you mean?
Pinnacle is your manor in Rhinachan.
Oh.
No, because
he died.
And there were nebulous plans to figure out what to do with that, but I truly don't know what to do with a cursed fucking manor in a wayward part of the country.
Yes.
So,
all right,
it is currently unmanned. That's a problem for next year.
Yep. Okay. Just so you know, I just wanted to make sure. I was like, wait a second. All right. Yep. I didn't mean to punish you on that. Like that's kind of an oversight of me as well. I never asked you before it. So now that we're in winter phase, I don't want you to feel like I'm.
No worries.
If we wanted to adjust it, but I think that's also interesting. Okay.
Oh shit! I do have a check for spiritual because of the oath stone. That's new.
Oh yeah. Go ahead and test that.
Just saw that on my sheet. And my spiritual goes up. Look at that. All right. Sorry.
Okay. Look at that. That makes perfect sense to me. We didn't go raiding.
No. It's been a quiet year.
It has been a quiet year. All right, then. As far as expenses go, there's nothing else to denote, which means your final
expenses should be 3 as well because the oath stone costs.
Costs 3?
No, so my final expenses are I've got the Bailey for 1, the standing stones for 1, and the dovecote for 1. 3.
Got it.
So I'm no longer making money on my manor.
Yeah, it's kind of washing out. But your other manors are also giving you income, but you also get you get your additional +1 income simply for every year. This is kind of like my nod back to the book where you get 10 that covers your lifestyle, but you get the 1 extra discretionary income, so that's you still get your discretionary. That leaves you with 37.5 for the year.
We also I never found out what horse my spouse got me. Remember, they were in charge of replacing Leggett.
Oh yeah, they were. Oh shit.
You said you had like a whole horse.
I have a horse
breed.
I do, but that's for general breeding of horses, not for like. I forgot that they're buying you a horse, so that's separate, right? All right, go ahead and roll a d6 for me, please. Don't roll a 1.
Now I wanna. Every time you say it.
Okay, good. All right. No, they're getting you your courser. Or sorry, your charger, right?
Yes.
Okay. It is not it is not an old it's not too old. It's a 5-year-old charger.
Okay.
Just plain
so
Jane
I have
charger.
2 years left on my grace period.
Yes. It's the best they could do.
Okay. I'll name it
Now
Scipio.
all right, and the best they could get is it's for 15 instead of 20. So
I was expecting it to
you got a 25% off. Yeah.
I did.
So
37 minus 15 because I'm really good at math. 22. All right.
Its name is Black Friday. All right. Good stuff. So you're at 22.5. Cholderton, you're at 25 going into this year. All right. Back to the rest of Winterface. Stable rolls. Give me those survivals.
Okay. I've got 1, 3, 6. Oh.
Yep, that is Jupiter. 9 years old. Yeah, 9 years old.
Oh,
Jupiter's gone.
Horses tend to live to be about at least 12. Oh,
okay, we're good.
You got a 2. You're okay. As long as that one's not too old. Okay.
Yeah, that would have been
right.
Beetle Boy, my sumpter.
All right, including horses that passed away. For each of these horses, please roll. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say for each of these horses. Not all your horses are female. We need to determine how many of your horses are female. Are something I did not do in my research is whether or not it matters the gender of the horse or the sex of the horse for like knights and riding them into battle. Like, were they all female horses or something? Like, I don't imagine. Would they be male?
That seems imminently Googleable.
Yeah, my gut instinct is to say female just because they wouldn't, like, they're not going to go ape shit at some point, right? Like,
yeah.
But that might just be.
Roll.
I'm gonna pull it out of my ass.
Let's just. They were on stallions. Western Knights were mostly.
Stallions.
Okay, so then we'll do this for each type of horse. Let's say this, okay? For each type of horse you have, roll a d6. This will determine whether your horse has given birth. And then also please note whether they are been noted as special or plain, I guess, right? As the asterisk is unique or not.
Yeah. Okay, let's start with my palfrey.
2.
Nope. Beetle Boy, my sumpter. This is my unusual horse, who I never named, but I'm going to name now Hellas. Okay.
1 additional roll for that. Roll a d4. Okay. It is a plain horse that they give birth to.
Oh, nuts. All right.
We are literally doing Punnett squares.
I've got.
I'm on some recessive
I love
genes.
I've got Julianus the mule.
Yep.
And finally, Morgan the workhorse.
Okay. Good. So you know what you're doing. On a 2+, your horse gives birth.
Okay.
And then the special part is if any horse is unique, you roll a d4. On a 1, your horse's special trait is passed on. If you're marrying a special and another special horse, then it's on a 2+.
Got it.
Very good.
Because Punnett squares.
Do some horse breeding.
Yeah.
All right. So one for each. So even the ones that even the ones that died.
Yeah, because it's through the year, right?
Yeah, throughout the year, yeah.
The idea here is that it's not your horse that you have that's giving birth. It's your small little, stable of horses that are giving birth, right? Like there's other horses you have that aren't trained for riding and, that are just around.
Yeah. All right. First one. Oh, that's a D8. 6. That was for my Sumpter.
One is no birth.
Yeah. Sumpter does it. Round C. Charger. And Courser. My Round C and my Courser. Jupiter got one in before he goes.
Cool. Oh, well, good job, Jupiter.
Good job, Jupiter.
All right, and none of your
One
horses.
for the road.
None of them are special, right?
No. Well, unless Jupiter
They're
was
special in our hearts.
They're
Eric.
special. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Make a train drops of Jupiter reference, but I felt like that's a little weird. So awesome.
All right.
Okay. All right. The most
I'm trying
anxiety-producing part is done.
Yes.
Part of merging survival and breeding horses is that it's kind of like a salty sweet. It's the lollipop after the shot.
Yeah. All right.
Family roles.
Family. Yeah.
We're gonna
Who is this?
This is
You're probably
Welles
safe.
to Woodford. Yeah, my uncle-in-law. He's older, but
He's 5 to 20 safe.
okay. He's safe. All right, Ewain. Fine. Kids, ignore them. Anodyne's dead. Angarad. I'll just roll their industry and pretend it's survival. Fine. Tiramore is annoying. Yes. Okay. All right, everyone important.
Knowingly resilient.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
There we go. So they grade down to one of her stewardship. See how. All right, she's good. We're not rolling for Gorthrin anymore, right?
No.
Okay. And none of the ones that are in Sarum, if I'm remembering right. It's Terran. 2.
No, wait. Back up.
Back.
No, you can roll for your kids if you want to. Right.
In Sarum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once they are no longer in the paging time, that's like a safe zone.
Because they're
But afterwards, it's like, they're knights, they're squiring, they're doing they're in the open. You
Good
could feel free to roll for them if you so you have control over it. If you would rather me, then if you don't, then I'm going to assume that they have NPC status and that makes them fair game.
okay. Acewin and Glessig are fine.
Yeah.
Close. Ooh, Gorthrin, what happened to you?
He's had a tough year.
Too close to call, man.
Yeah. He took a cold bath and maybe it was too cold. But he's fine.
Cold, yeah.
Took a cold shower.
All right, now here's Lucky Cat. On Lucky Cat. What's that? Doesn't give
8.
birth. So it's fine, but no births from Lucky Cat.
God, I still remember the start of this campaign when you get that damn cat you got from the Earl. It just like it kept giving birth.
Crit hospitality, yeah.
That's incredible.
Okay, so that's that, and all of them, and then I'll roll for my household.
God, man, this campaign, dude.
All right, Pendragon. Pendragon's good. Roll our squires too, yeah.
Yeah.
Do all of it.
They're living.
I'll roll for.
Oh, that's Gwern.
Yeah.
Well,
Uncle's son. Gweneby? I feel like after at some
Gweneby.
point these squires are just
You're like a professor.
Which one was it?
Yeah, they begin to blend together.
All right.
Yeah, Gwenby's
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, they're all good. I don't really roll for Nesta.
I think
Yeah, I stopped rolling for my vassal knights.
Yeah.
Figure that it's more interesting to put them in Eric's hand.
thanks.
Yeah.
Basically, I want to roll for anyone that might have sort of emotional significance to my character, because
Certainly.
then it's
Yeah.
within my purview.
Yeah,
I am
exactly.
curious what happened to Colwyn, whether they're around kicking anywhere. But I'm okay with not knowing. I'm just curious.
Let me send you over to this page real quick so you can see.
'Cause they were in Londinium, as last I heard.
This is Gweneby.
Yes.
By the way, Gweneby has glasses.
That's the second squire I've had that wears spectacles.
Gweneth first.
Gwaednerth.
Gwaedner.
You want to talk
Gwaednerth?
about a fucking Chad? It's that big boy, big beefy Gwaednerth.
I would love to play Gweneth in a game.
Found out there somewhere. Get knighted. End up in a household. Gwaedner.
That sounds like
Didn't
an
you-
intrigue test to me.
Didn't you give them a manor? No, you didn't give them a manor.
No.
But I think there's
And he's only extended become a member of his household.
No,
to
they're-
Pendragon.
they're a bachelor knight in Sarum. Or at least I think it's Sarum. I have to check again. They might, based on wherever they were staying at, they may have reverted to being a bachelor knight to Duplan or Saramig or whoever, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Depends on where they are. Right. Anyways, cool. Household member improvement.
Let's see here.
Anything less than 15 improves by 1 automatically. If 16 to 20, you increase on a 6 on a d6.
No, just keep that stewardship. It's at 16. Industry goes up. Lady Grade's the only one that I actually roll.
We roll industry for our spouse first. Yeah, we should have done that already.
Yeah, you mean for money?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I think I neglected that part for you. You definitely test that now. Yeah, that
Still
shouldn't
fair.
happen
That's
under
fine.
improvement. Yeah, that happens under
And-
economic stuff.
Ooh,
Hey. Wow.
Great
that
fail.
was
Industry.
Hey,
Yeah,
you already
less than
tested
thought.
you tested your industry already though, Erwin. Remember you
Oh,
got
yeah,
like
yeah,
a 50.
yeah.
You were like, oh, if it was 1 year, I would have
It was
leveled
one
up.
higher. Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So you're okay.
Could have been worse.
Um,
Other
3
thing,
doesn't raise.
let's see.
Then training and practice.
I don't think
Training and
my household knight's
practice.
sword has ever
So-
gone up.
I don't think it has either.
They're just like, what is going on with these guys? Right.
The 5 points to any skill up to 15, 1 point to any skill up to 20, or increasing an attribute, trait, or passion by 1. Traits max at 19, passions max at 20. And there's like attribute maximums, but you don't have to worry about that.
all right.
Yeah, no, we're not worried about it.
Horsemanship is going to 18.
Yeah.
Gareth just wanted to be at least able to keep up with Angarod. Like
Mhm, mhm.
that's it. Just keep up
Hey.
with Angarod, and that's fine.
Yeah. You finally,
You know what?
you finally are.
I think.
What horse does Angarad
Raise-
ride when you guys go out?
Probably. Look at the horses we got. I think it'd probably be Beetle Boy. Yeah, probably Beetle Boy, the Sumpter. He's still
Okay.
young. I got him very young.
Would Angarad have purchased a horse that they liked in Sarum as well? Or no? It's your money, so like I don't
It
want to
is.
rob you of this,
Yeah,
but like that could be interesting.
yeah. I think they did.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. They came back with 2 horses.
Yep.
Okay.
So
I don't have a
horse.
name for him yet, but
That's
yeah.
fine.
What is the type of horse that's good? Not destrier. It's not an unusual horse. It's
Palfrey or
Palfrey.
Sumpter are
Like,
the two.
yeah. What is
I
the
think
hunting
Palfrey
horse?
is I think
the
that's
horse
a
you wanna-
Palfrey.
Courser?
The one you want to ride like all the time, and like it's just a good horse.
The
It's not-
Courser is a war horse.
Courser's
Yeah,
the
it's-
one.
It's specifically not your. Well,
Yeah,
I think
no,
then
it's-
it's Palfrey or Sumpter. I don't know which is.
That's one of the one I
better.
don't remember. Yeah.
Oh,
but it-
hold on. Let me just look at the stats. Maybe that'll help.
you know, she's not coming back with like a Lamborghini, but she's also not coming back with a Prius, right?
A Palfrey is larger
Okay,
and not as tough
Palfrey.
and less hit points, but bigger strength. So, from the sounds of it, I think the Sumpter would be.
I think you're right because I think it's a Sumpter.
I have my book right next to
So,
me.
yeah, here we go. It's on page 210. Palfrey makes an excellent riding horse. Rouncy is a standard riding horse, and a Sumpter is a pack horse or pony.
Oh, then it's definitely a Rouncy.
Oh. All my Rouncies have died, and I never replaced them. That's why.
Well, that they got you. Yeah, well, there you go. They got you a Rouncy. Do you have any idea how much a Rouncy is in the book, Jim?
Let's
One.
see,
Same 1. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah,
So you're
Basically,
just list their stats. I don't
anything that isn't a Charger is really affordable.
yeah. Okay.
Like
cool.
wonderfully affordable.
All right. So then
I'll-
I'm gonna knock you down 1. They
Yep,
got their
that
own
works.
horse. Yeah.
All right. I'll name it.
Yeah.
That's good to name it.
They really like it. Actually, I will roll for this horse. 5. Okay. No, it is a normal horse. It's not. It's just Angarad has grown an affinity to this horse, right? There's something about it,
Yeah.
but it's not like actually quote unquote special. And for the record, as far as I would like to do, unique, like if you're trading someone with a unique trait, I think you'll probably get full value or something like that. As far as like selling them, right now, like your horses aren't used for anything. Like so, when you breed a new horse, it's not like you can ride them the following year, right? They have to train up. I haven't facilitated what that looks like of like what it takes for you to get another horse here. But in general, like this is your stable of horses that you're keeping up.
At least a couple
Angarad's
years.
horse is Magda.
Magda. Nice. Yeah. So I can go riding. We can have some scenes about riding.
Very good. Okay, so I raised my Valorous by 1.
Nice.
I think I'm going to try to get that.
You all are just embracing the withering of time to your stats.
Yeah. But he's just like rolling
Strengthening
around.
up
He's
every-
running all over the place, facing ghosts and spook wolves and that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. So yeah,
Now that my horsemanship is high, where I feel comfortable, I'm not going to get unseated after every hit. I'm going to be heading deep into the personality traits. Real navel gazing time coming up.
Good.
yeah.
All right. Glories, and then we're done for the year. Which means I'm due for a prep this weekend.
6,400 and change.
Nice. Jim, you
I need my calculator.
you're at 65, right?
Yeah, 6522.
Yeah.
To redo my.
I mean, you're probably somewhere in the 60, 66 something.
Yeah, because we only had about 200.
No, that's not true.
glory.
He got a bunch of glory in the feast this year.
Like 120 from the feast. That's like
I got
battle-
150 at the
battle
feast.
glory. Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I got 150 at the feast. My passions and traits are 72, and then I had the 25 Glory Dream. So I think we had roughly the same.
More or less, yeah. Nice work.
67.96. 67. Yeah. I'm within sight. Another good year. Probably get to 7.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mostly it's like get to 7 for you.
2 good years.
I just want to say that it's going to be so weird looking back on these days and these moments of this campaign where we're in like the tournament period and how different things are when we're talking about our orchards and our tapestries and all of our adorned fine clothes.
If
and like
I
we're
can,
like,
if I can get those,
remember when we were starving?
Right.
Yeah, I have like 300 Libra worth of gold buried under my fucking house right now. I want to get to the tournament period so my offspring can show that shit off and people will appreciate it, not try and stab them for it.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So good. Oh yeah, just eating raw turnips.
Yep.
Just eating raw turnips.
Yeah.
Just there you go.
Awesome.
All my descendants are going to name the guest house the turnip cellar.
Cut to today. There's a bar there called the Turnip Cellar.
Right. I actually looked up Cholderton and where it is today, and it's just like a little 3 cottage village somewhere in Salisbury.
I mean,
Still around.
That's what it is.
There it is, right?
Still there.
Yeah. All right.
Nice. All right, everybody. Then that will conclude.
Sword of Damocles is over our characters.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Morgan, exhausted, closes the book that says year 503. Done. The journal. Nice work, everybody.
Awesome.
Good game.
Mhm.
Very good.
Jim, what is up with you in your life?
I don't fucking know. Why are you asking me? I don't know nothing.
I'm asking Jim.
Oh,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Shout outs. What are you doing?
Stuff. Yeah, and my
Vague.
brain's about to be mush. We're doing the same thing we're always doing over at WebDM. The Dark Eye game that we're on WebDM Plays is really taken off. I'm enjoying the system. It's really fun. Very robust, but also like it's not like overwhelming. So it's really cool if you've ever been curious about it to check out that game and see where it's going. So yeah. Other than that, we're at all the places WebDM's at. Come check us out.
Yeah. Beautiful. Colin.
Hi, I'm Colin, Mr. Cool Guy. You can find me here and elsewhere. I'm actually not much on Twitter these days. I'm taking a break from it, so fewer shit posts for you to enjoy. Otherwise, you can check out my itch at the phantomrollbooth.itch.io.
Admixture of other means.
Blog, admixture of other means. I swear that SEO is going to get sorted out one of these days. I just added a follow widget, so I think if I did it right, people could follow instead of signing up for it via email like a 9 billion year old tech head.
Honestly, I love getting it as an email and reading it, but yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Awesome. Well, Colin has also turned me on to the 5 parsecs and what's their name? North Weasel Games?
Nordic Weasel Games.
Nordic Weasel, sorry, not North. Nordic Weasel Games, 5 parsecs. I tweeted a little adventure campaign. Similar to Colin, I based it off Star Wars because I watched The Mandalorian, and it's sort of like this space sci-fi gang game, but there's also sort of like a sci-fi traveler component to it as well that you could play. That's like the OG 5 parsecs, and there's this whole thing, and I've just been playing it in Tabletop Simulator. It's a solo war game. I mean, that's what I want these days, right? And God, I racked my brain thinking about how I could produce it into some kind of like actual game, but that requires writing a script. But like I could see the dialogue, and I could see the shots in my head about how these things get contextualized in the game. It's very cool. I like it a lot. But yeah, I was super excited about that. And also I have a few other things I want to talk about because it's been super fun. So indulge me, please, for a moment. This place called Nassau Films. It's a YouTube channel. Nassau Films has been doing these Ace Combat shorts, and I've been obsessed with them. They are incredible. And now I want to play an Ace Combat role-playing game. Super bad. It's I literally have went through and watched all of the cutscenes from all of the Ace Combats because I've never played them, and it is just very anime. It is not like actual dogfighting at all. It is just very anime. And I went and actually watched the original like inspiration for it, which is this 3-part movie. Actually, it's a manga called Area 88, which is about a mercenary pilot company in like the late 80s or so. I watched all 3 movies of it, and I was like, yeah, this is very good. And yeah, Ace Combat 4 is very good. And the episode I would like you all to check out is called Kimona. As for Ace Combat, that's what the Nassau Films guys did, and that's what I learned from Ace Combat. And literally, I just went on a dive through the arcadey flight sim shooter games, and I've just loved it. There's an old game called Warbirds that I've never actually had a chance to play. It's actually like a diesel punk game set into this sort of like faux Caribbean Crimson Skies kind of world, and it's really cool. However, I wanted to run with that, but now that I'm just into jets, I feel like I just kind of want to do something with jets. So anyways, yeah, that's me right now. I've been obsessed with 5 parsecs. I've been obsessed with jets. And yeah, of course I got Pendragon, and yeah, so that's me. So thanks everybody. Thanks for indulging me. We'll be back next week, and I'll be here Sunday for more prep, so we can prep the year 504. So looking forward to that. Thanks everybody. We'll be catching you later.